Good evening, folks, and welcome to the program. We have a fantastic show for you tonight, and I'm jittery. I can't wait to begin. Tonight's guest is the lead singer and principal creative force behind one of the most influential rock bands of the last 30 years, the acclaimed rockers Slash and Burn. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's guest, it has been a dream of mine for years to meet him in person. And I'm finally getting that chance, and I'm really glad that you're along with me to share in it. So with no further ado, I'd like to welcome to the program, ladies and gentlemen, Flood. Flood, welcome. Yeah, that's quite a dream. Yes, well, be that as it may, we all got a dream, so welcome. It's great to have you here. Let's get right into it. I want to talk to you about your fantastic new critically acclaimed album, Scorched Earth. I mean, it is a seminal piece of recording, and I for one, have been intrigued since the first time I heard it. Could you talk to me a little bit about the process you guys took to make Scorched Earth?
Scorched Earth was like a labor of love.
Yeah, well, that labor of love really comes through on the track. It's just a masterpiece, and I understand it took you quite some time. Just how long did it take?
6 years.
Wow, 6 years to record, folks. That's incredible. So what can you tell me about the process that you guys used?
Well, we came at the album from a place of like, I'm living in my mom's basement in Glendale, and you're living in your mom's basement in Westchester, which really kind of impacted the music we were hoping to make.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised to hear you say that, because really that attitude, that feeling, it really comes through in the music. You guys have captured it really well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So why did it take you guys 6 years to record this album?
Well, like I said, I was living in my mom's basement in Glendale, and the rest of the guys were living in their mom's basements too, in Westchester, Evanston, Phoenix, and so basically one guy would record a track and then send it to the next guy, and so we would just do it one at a time.
Yeah. So how do you mean you did it one at a time?
I mean, we actually each would record a track, and then we mailed the file to the next guy, like in the mail, and then he would record on top of that track, and then we would mail it to the next guy, and so on.
Wow, that sounds tremendously inefficient.
Yeah, well, we were waiting for YouTube to launch a suite of tools for creators, tools for collaborative creating, but no dice. We just recorded it like this. So we only figured out that a metronome would make things easier, like on the second half of the album. So that's why the first half is all in funky time signatures and a little, it's like hyper syncopated, man. Yeah.
Wow, really, that's astonishing. I thought that the mixing of different time signatures and tempos between the musicians was intentional. I would have absolutely thought that. It's certainly one of the most innovative things I've heard in quite some time. Is that recording methodology also what gave birth to Slash and Burn's distinctive muffled kind of sound?
Yeah, it's funny you should ask that. Yeah, that is part of it. That and the fact that I spilled a bunch of beer on the mics, but I didn't realize it until after I finished recording all my tracks and sent them to the next guy. And he doesn't really check email much, so by the time he found out, it was recorded.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for your time. That's all the time we've got for tonight, folks. Get out there and get this new album, Slash and Burns' newest album, Scorched Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, it's available in record stores now. And for those of you listening from YouTube, please, let's get on those creators' tools. I'm really fired up to see what Slash and Burn is going to be able to come up with once you guys put those great tools on your site. So, looking forward to it. Good night.